and Steve are being met at the house by a representative of the official receiver.
Is there anybody in, do you know, or is it?
I've been here for an hour and there's been no movement and no lights.
OK.
So I don't think there is.
The homeowner was made bankrupt 3 years ago after failing to pay a bill for the Inland Revenue. His debts have led to the official receiver taking control of his assets. They've already assessed the value of the property and decided to repossess and sell the house. Paul and Steve's arrival marks the beginning of the end. The debtor and his wife will be made homeless.
Well, if you're going to repossess a private home, it's not a good feeling because people will have lived there for years. On a scale of like 1 to 10, how good do you feel about it? It's got to be 0.
The back door into the conservatory is open.
Their High Court powers allow them to take control of the property immediately.
Anybody there? Hello? Steve, you just get the small bowl croppers. No. Well, there's nobody in. The house is obviously occupied. The court order came out from the county court 3 weeks ago, so it's not as if they haven't had plenty of warning. The 13th of August was the date of the judgment, so they're just still sitting here.
With no one at home, the sheriffs are breaking in.
Locksmith time? Locksmith?
Yeah. The techniques for getting through a locked door, our first choice is always to talk people into opening the door. If that fails, we carry a complete range of kit in the van that we can make entry with, so starting from crowbars from sort of 8 inches to 4 feet, electric tools, drills and so on.
In seconds, they enter the house.
Can you just bear with us a sec? Because it's just there's a dog in here. We want to make sure the dog's OK.
Oh, right, OK.
The entrance of 2 complete strangers has frightened a dog living in the property.
Don't tread in the dog shit on the floor in the kitchen.
Come on, you old softy. Do you mind if I go out? I can't deal with dogs' houses.
Come on, let's shut you outside here. Come on. Come on. Good boy, come on. I felt quite bad that we'd frightened the dog. Everybody else stayed outside while I cleared up the mess and then made friends with the dog, found the dog biscuits, and we ended up the best of friends.
I brought you 2 in case you want a double wrap, you know, for extra.
How do they do it? It falls to me to get it up because I've got dogs and children.
My children don't poo on the floor.
Hello, sweetheart. Good boy.
15 minutes after the sheriff's arrival, the man they're going to evict finally arrives home.
Get out! Go on, get out! Get out!
OK.
No, I walked in, nobody said fuck on to me.
We would
Yeah?
have spoken to you on your way in, sir, if you'd have asked us. We didn't know who you were. You are the owner of we are a resident of the property, are you?
I am.
OK. We're here today to repossess the property.
Stay out there, please.
No.
You're supposed to be invited in, not breaking.
We have a warrant that allows us to break in.
Sir?
Just calm down, calm down.
OK. This is the
We
situation.
understand, hang on. We understand that this is a disaster and it's a surprise to you. Trust that we will deal with it as nicely as we can.
The homeowner, Neil, works as a taxi driver. He's lived here with his wife for 19 years. But his £30,000 debt is about to bring that to an abrupt end. High Court enforcement officers Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are in Hertfordshire. They're carrying out a repossession order to evict a man from his home of 19 years.
Go on, get out! Get out! No, I walked in, nobody said fuck on to me.
We would have spoken to you on your way in, sir, if you'd have asked us. We didn't know you were. You are the owner of we are a resident of the property, are you?
I am.
Neil, a taxi driver, was made bankrupt by the Inland Revenue. He's accumulated debts of almost £30,000. He didn't know that High Court enforcement officers were coming today, but now both he and his wife will be made homeless.
The Inland Revenue is not the only people I owe money to. Yeah, I've got all the other bills that I have to contend with, like credit cards and all that, which sort of helped me out, but I'm maxed out, so I'm paying them off as well.
As a bankrupt, Neil's assets are under the control of the official receiver. They've decided his house must be sold to cover his debts. It's up to Paul and Steve to bring about a swift eviction.
I'm not moving from this house. I'm not moving, no.
I understand all it's a shock to you, and if I have to, I will call the police and you'll be thrown out into the street. But I don't want to do that. I'm just giving you the extreme view.
It's less than an hour since the eviction began. Outside, the official receiver's representative is waiting for an update.
That's OK. Because what they're saying is they know nothing about this. It's all, haven't got the paperwork, never received the judgment, tried to contact trustee and/or they've got an insolvency advisor who's been sorting all this out for them, all of which, of course, is water under the bridge so far as we're concerned, because we're here to repossess it.
Right.
So we, just as a normal practice, allow 2 hours to let them get into gear, calm down, pack their stuff, collect up the pets and make arrangements to go. If I'm not back out in half an hour, send in the attack dogs.
They have been given a long time before this actually occurs, frequently anything between 1 and 3 years. So, people say to me, do I like my job? And I said, well, it's a job that's got to be done. And in most circumstances, they have been given ample opportunity to do something about it. Frequently, people just don't respond to communications from the trustee or the liquidator, whichever.
The eviction can't be ignored any longer.
OK, but we still come back to the fact that you're going to have to leave today.
Well, I will leave sometime today.
No, I'm afraid
I've got till midnight.
No.
Yes,
No,
today,
I'm sorry.
Today.
No, the warrant, we allow 2 hours. People are astounded that they've got so little time to move because their immediate reaction is, how can they move a whole house in 2 hours?
Faced with the reality of eviction, Neil's become resigned to the fact that he has to leave. After nearly 2 decades in the house, they have just 2 hours to pack their personal possessions and go.
I'm getting evicted today. It's sickening. It's horrible. It's my whole world just feels like it's falling apart in front of me. Losing the house is going to break our hearts. Can you take that?
Neil, that needs to be coached.
Sorry? Yeah, the coats, please. I've done 17 years in the roll call signals. It's funny I'm being kicked out on Armistice Day.
Neil was a sergeant in the Royal Signals Regiment, serving in Northern Ireland, the Falklands and the Gulf War.
I enjoyed my time in the army, and I know a lot of people will, but we do struggle when you've been stuck in an environment where the money you got at the end of the day was everything paid for.
I did feel sorry for the gentleman who we had to evict that day. He was a soldier, he served in the armed forces. He'd done, technically, his bit for the country, and this is how he got treated.
I understand these people have got a job to do, but to actually kick somebody out of a house.
Neil and his wife own a joint 30% share of their home. They pay rents for the other 70%, which is owned by a housing association.
Yeah.
They have kept up with their payments and have no arrears at all. It's his other debts that are making them homeless.
I don't care what people say about it. You're not earning big money like some of these people. You're just a general working person, yeah, who goes on day by day, earning what he can when he can.
Ready?
Yeah. I'm sorry it's come to this point, and I'm more sorry for my wife. This is what I've gone from running marathons to just 10 yards up the garden and 10 yards back down, carrying an empty freezer. This is the state of my health. I was diagnosed with pneumonia 5 years ago, and I haven't been working that much since. So money was tight anyway, so all my savings went on that.
The house will eventually be sold. But in the meantime, Neil will still need to pay the rent on the property. If he doesn't, the rent arrears will be added to his already huge debts.
Take care.
Thank you.
I'm sorry we met like this, but
Yeah.
you take care, Mr. Reed.
Okay. Any possessions they can't take now have been stored with neighbours, who have also offered them a bed for the night. They will speak to the council about temporary accommodation tomorrow.
The support around here is great, and hopefully somebody will help us. And just anybody tells you you're hard in the army is true, but you still got your emotions to hit you at some point. And
Neil hopes he can mount a last-minute deal to allow them to get their property back. But for now, they are homeless. It's almost 1 month since taxi driver Neil and his wife were evicted from their home in Hertfordshire. He's still working hard to make ends meet. After visiting the local council, the couple moved into a small temporary bedsit, just a few miles from where they used to live.
this is the sitting room come bedroom. Yeah, this is the hotel room, as I come to call it, because if you go in any hotel, it doesn't look any different. You put dinner on the table and that's full. You sit down on the settee, that's full. It's very snug for two people. My partner's reaction was absolutely... She went spare at me, to say the least, yeah. Crying, angry, ready to kill me. Even now, sort of 4 weeks down the line, we're still very close to separating.
He's also had to say goodbye to his beloved dog.
We're not allowed any pets in the place here, so they are with friends, and we try and get to see them as much as we can. Our pets are our family. Sorry, but if I can't have kids, then I've got to have pets. In a way, I can't wait to get out. We're always treading on each other's toes, yeah, because we're so used to having so much open space to walk round. And I get up for work at 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to keep quiet because somebody's asleep next to you. It was easy in the house before because we had another room where I could do all that without disturbing anybody.
In addition to the rent he has to pay for the bedsit, Neil is paying over £700 a month on the property from which he was evicted. He will keep on paying until a buyer is found.
Me and my wife own 30% of the house outright. Yeah, there's no mortgage payments. We pay rent for the other 70%. We're still paying that rent. It's like paying for two residents, yeah? I wish I was that rich that I could afford to run 2 residents.
Neil's wish is to get his home back, and he's prepared to do all he can to make it happen.
I've had to take on extra hours at work. It's paid its toll. I've been ill for the last week. I've been off struggling. I'm just knocking myself out working, and I'm sort of so tired that there is nothing else now but sort of working and doing that, yeah.